hear a really wild stat, though?
Yeah.
We are at 193 countries, I believe we are number 3. Okay? But if you were to take the 5 cities where there's the most violence, Chicago, Philly, I think Houston, Chicago, Philly, Detroit. I don't know if it's LA, but I think it is LA.
Just share numbers.
Yeah. Right. So it's all these cities. If you take out the cities and they all have the strictest. So it's St. Louis, Detroit, it's Chicago, it's Philadelphia, and I think it's Los Angeles. And they have the strongest.
Hey fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a damn good day today. It's a nice cloudy rainy day out here today. I am so excited to do this reaction. I think we got a damn good reaction today. Hope you guys enjoy it. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys hit the links down below. Second YouTube channels up there, and I'm also uploading this video to Rumble. So if you got Rumble, go show me some love over there. Hit me with the follow, y'all. We're putting these same exact over there on Rumble, but these are a little more unrated on Rumble, so be sure to go over there and hit me a follow. Links down below. But hey, I ain't gonna sit here and talk you guys' ears off. Enough with the chit chat. Can we just go and get into the reaction?
They are going to absolutely decimate Israel. They are saying Iranian news played this, and I'll show you it again when I'm not right in front of it. Y'all, we've been just like sitting, waiting for this to go down. Everything that's happening in Israel right now, it's nothing. It's so bad. Not only that, but now we have Iran coming out saying that they have nuclear weapons. It makes me wonder about the Samson option with Israel, which basically says that in the need be event they have to use it, they will completely wipe out the entire world with their nuclear arsenal. Look it up. If you subscribe to mainstream eschatology, it says that in these days, 2/3 of Israelis will be wiped out and 1/3 turn to the Lord after every single country in the world is surrounding them and against them. And if you subscribe to alternative eschatology and you think they're just recreating Revelation, know the same exact thing will happen. Also, this is West Bank near Joseph's tomb. Know that regardless where you sit eschatology-wise, we are in some prophetic and Bible end times days regardless. This is bigger than Israel. This is the entire world.
Comes down to biblical, right? At the end of the day, it comes down to their religion, y'all. That's what runs the world, I think. Comes down to that. Who's right? Who's wrong? Ego.
Many of you have probably already seen this video. A witness captured this in China, and when they posted it to social media, it instantly went viral. And the reason being is because they captured what people are saying are 7 suns in the China sky. Now, I want to make mention, this isn't the first time that we've seen a double or even a triple sun. And everybody has always stated it's just a lens reflection. We need to come up with a better theory than a reflection. This is obviously something going on, but the question is what is going on? What's causing this phenomenon? Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
I mean, what do you guys think? It looks like what it looks like, right? Is that the video or is that my microphone?
We got to get rid of the ultra-processed food. Ultra-processed food hurts our cells, hurts our bodies, hurts our minds, hurts our mitochondria, and it's the vast majority of the calories we're eating. Eliminating the liquid sugar, the added sugars. The second one is actually just moving more throughout the day. It pushes glucose channels to the cell membrane so that they can actually take sugar out of the bloodstream and be processed by the mitochondria. Find a way to build movement into the fabric of our daily lives, even if we are knowledge workers. The third one's a little more off the wall. This is one that I think is so important. We've got to figure out our emotional health. If we don't examine that emotional health level of being this modern Westerner in this digital world, our bodies will, as a default, believe the world is not safe and will channel tons of precious energetic resources towards defense. We want to channel those resources towards thriving, building, repair.
We're not alone. We are not alone in this universe, and it is a simple fact. And the U.S. government has been aware of that fact now for decades. The United States has been involved in the recovery of objects, vehicles of unknown origin, that are neither from our country or any other foreign country that we're aware of. We as a nation have been interested in not only the vehicles themselves, but the occupants of these vehicles, to include biological specimens.
Now I'm starting to wonder why. Why now are top secret people, right, coming out of the woodworks talking about UFOs and in the oceans, and it's all by design. We know that. But what's the reason? Are they going to plan some type of alien, trying to watch my words, joining Earth, right? We got some clips already in this video talking about they're walking among us. Like, why are these people going on these huge podcasts saying this? What's the reason behind it? What do you guys think?
Shaquille O'Neal shows demonic visuals at his first 360 show that sold out. Oddly enough, he commented this on one of my videos a while ago, and he said, "They even got me, man. Save me, someone please." Now, he could be trolling, or is this the truth in plain sight? And when you take a look at his visuals, I mean, someone getting crucified with chains, you have this woman praying with horns on her head, and I mean, you got skulls with horns on them and all kinds of stuff. And I'm not saying these two are correlated, but Shaq is a open and proud Freemason.
Can we get a close up on that? Yeah. What is the profession?
Yeah, which profession are we talking about?
Just look at it. Is it a legal profession?
Of course it's legal. It's a legal my profession. I'm trying to read it. Okay.
It's too many diamonds. That's too bright. That's too bright. Go ahead anyway.
Oh, Mason, are you a Mason?
Of course I am. Okay.
That's a secret syrup.
You might as well put your pinky out when you drink your drink. Put your pinky out.
You know, of course, they put those images up, right, all over music, movies, because that's what you need to do. Who runs the entertainment industry? Who runs it? I ain't gonna say the word, but we know. He's got horns, red, tail, right? That's who runs the music industry. So that's what they got to promote. This is crazy. Look how quick it eats this up. Boom, alarm, that quick.
Shocking texts leaked by Matthew Perry's doctor questioning how much this moron will pay for a huge ketamine dose he took before his death. Perry reportedly paid $2,000 for a vial of ketamine that cost $12 after he became increasingly desperate, with the actor allegedly spending a shocking $55,000 on substances in the 2 months before his passing. Dr. Salvador Plasencia and 4 other alleged co-conspirators were arrested on Thursday, accused of supplying the lethal dose that killed Matthew Perry. His assistant also pled guilty to injecting Perry with 27 shots of the drug in just 5 days.
They hang around them drug dealers, doctors, whatever you want to call them, pharmacists, right? They're on them like parasites on a fish in the ocean, right? They're on them, right? That's money.
I go of
Too
this.
bad.
Watch these walls. Oh my God, bro. What?
It's pretty cool.
This is fallen angel technology. Humans cannot do this. What you're looking at, by the way, that's a hair. What you're looking at is an Apple chip, a processor chip under a microscope. It's literally impossible we can do what you're about to see. It's
like
quite obviously magic. It's literally magic, like it's always been since the beginning of time. Fallen angels giving us crazy technology that we could otherwise not do. If you think that humans could just out the blue do this, then you are fooled. This is literally a copycat, a mimic of God's creation of the earth on a microscopic level. I mean, look how the cities are laid out. Like in the stars, you can see a grid pattern, like an energy pattern that exists. Do you know how close in we are right now? This is so ridiculous to think that we could even do this. Our phones are literal black mirrors that we are holding in our hand. It's literal black magic. Literally, you can watch somebody else's life. Even further, if you're a hacker, you can hack into someone's phone and see what they're doing at the moment, exactly like a crystal ball in a diviner. Really quickly, just for perspective, this is the zoom out. Like, how small this is freaking ridiculous that we could ever even, create at such a small, microscopic level. It is not human. I'm telling you, it's not human.
Yeah, that doesn't seem human, right? I mean, how could we get so detailed within a detail, within a detail, within a detail, within a detail, right? Those look like cities within cities within cities. I mean, I've flown once in my life, and when I flew, I was like, damn, it looks like a computer chip from up there, right? That's what, when you go over a city, it looks like a computer chip. Like, it's crazy. So, I can imagine what it looks like with the solar system or whatever, y'all. That'd be crazy.
Did you guys see the roads in Iceland? So this is after the newest eruption in Grindavik, and the roads are covered by all this, I guess, magma that turned to rock now, and this is just what's happening around the world, and this is in Iceland and Grindavik.
One more thing. There is something opening in the sky and a person coming out. Watch the video, August 19th, 2024, Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Is that just me?
Where are we looking?
Maybe it's just me.
That's a crappy cameraman. Okay, well, that's where we're looking. What the hell were you filming? It looks like the lips, the nose. I can sit there and look at clouds and see a million different things while you're looking up there. I mean, we used to do that as kids. It's millennials, right? I don't know about you Gen Zers, Gen Xers, but us millennials used to lay on our back and look up at the clouds and watch them move. You know what I mean? Remember them days? Not a worry in the world. Just how are we going to buy something from the ice cream man today?
There's plenty of anomalies on the moon, but there's this picture of the moon that it's this 4 billion year old steady state artifact. Maybe it occasionally gets a new crater, but all the craters that are on it are very ancient and it never changes. It doesn't have an atmosphere. It has no weather, right? So it's like this time capsule. But then you have TLP, the transient lunar phenomena, just all the way back to Galileo. I've been seeing stuff on the moon, like little lights, strange moving clouds. A lot of times you have to understand, like, what were they looking, what lenses were they using? What was their telescope like? Was there anything in the atmosphere between them and the moon? All this kind of stuff. But a lot of times it's just like, nope, somebody was seeing something strange, or craters themselves seem to not always be the same. And then there's shadows that move across it. Like, all this stuff is collected in these TLP, like, archive. In other words, where the moon isn't just a static object that never changes.
Heard about this before? I didn't know there was another planet out there.
Listen, when they flew by it a few years ago, the lights were on. They sent a probe out there.
What?
The lights were on. And so they tried to say it was ice particles glistening in the sunlight. So when they got to the dark side, guess what? The lights were on the dark side. So they couldn't use the ice particle explanation anymore. So they just said, we don't know what it is.
What? Ceres' small size means that even at its brightest, it's too dim to be seen by the naked eye, except under extremely dark skies.
The head of India's space agency was asked in an interview earlier this week, why do UFO sightings only occur over the Americas? He gave an interesting two-part answer. Let's take a listen to what his response was.
Scientific helps you discover the unknown. Scientistic makes you reject the unknown.
Maybe that's a good definition.
But let's actually speak about this alien situation, sir. How come UFOs are only spotted in America and South America? That's where you hear most of it.
See, many a times these type of observations are much more feasible in the northern latitudes, southern latitudes. See, equatorial region are always cloudy. If you look at Africa, India, or the South Asian, all those nations are in the equator. The northern European and American are in the northern latitudes. And on the southern latitude, you don't have any nation other than Australia.
Gotcha.
So, if any events of this nature, especially the events in the sky where there is, for example, auroras, you are able to see in the northern side. The solar related effects are mostly seen in the northern side. Even the cyclones and other activities are more on the other sides, not on the equator. Equator has a different climatic conditions, and mostly it is covered. The sky is mostly dark, not blue. If you go to US, you will see the sky to be more bluer than in India. It's not due to pollution alone. It's due to various the content of water vapor in there and many things. So this is scientific.
Right.
Now there is non-scientific reason. Americans have a nature to detect so many things all around and make a story out of it. And many of the UFO stories are mostly fabricated stories, not the real stories.
Many of them are.
Yeah.
But some of them might be true.
Maybe true. Because I can't comment on it because I have not seen it yet.
This Canadian
Keyword yet, right? It's coming.
man was just scanning for free sports channels when he accidentally landed on North Korean state TV. And what happened next is wild. They sneakily watch the Premier League. Now, thinking he might get shut out, he quickly began recording the bizarre content playing. And he said once he started watching, he couldn't stop. Sounds about right. He then began uploading tens of hours of it to his YouTube channel for everyone else to watch. Bro was just trying to watch some free Olympics, but ended up feeding unseen North Korean TV to the entire world. Now, as for what programs they play, overnight is dead. You know, it's just these colored bars. But every day, the morning broadcast begins at 8 a.m. sharp with the national anthem and glory songs to former leaders. And for the rest of the day, it's kind of mostly stuff you'd imagine. Just hours upon hours of songs celebrating the country's greatness, stuff about wars, burning the American flag, and Kim Jong-un getting oiled up. Getting embroiled in conversations about the country's oil reserves. But there are some haymakers in there, like cartoons for children, and even a couple of movies scattered throughout the week, which genuinely look like it was made 50 years ago. No idea what the plotline is, but at the end, their coal mine gets blown up, and boy, Marvel has competition. Oh, and another thing I didn't expect, they play Premier League highlights. No idea how they got the rights for that, but what are they going to do? Tell them to stop? Oh, it does look like they're still on last season as well.
What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's just propaganda, right? Do you think North Korea is like South Korea, like booming, right? And they just tell us that? Or do you think they're telling us the truth, right?
Sun rays are linear until they are met with a solid object. Refraction does not explain why we see sun rays going in two different directions. You cannot replicate these images without a local sun. End of story.
This is who Elon will have be the heir to his empire.
Cannon.
This is Elon's child, X-A12. The X-A12 is a bit of a mouthful, but don't worry, he has a nickname, X. And Elon has long since been obsessed with the letter X. PayPal, one of his first companies, actually started off as X.com. And to go along with this lineup, he has Tesla, which has the Model X. He has the company SpaceX. He has the company Just X, which was formerly Twitter, and then XAI. But it wasn't his first child named with an X. Vivian Wilson is Elon's transgender daughter, whose dead name was Xavier. Her last name is Wilson and not Musk, because at the age of 18, she denounced her father.
Cannon.
So apparently this happened in Minnesota tonight, y'all, during a baseball game. And it got so bad that this thing appeared. Look at this, y'all. Are y'all kidding me? That dark rainbow, that dark arc? Do y'all see this? Do y'all see all that flashing? And this just happened in Florida too. We had a lot of flashes here. This rainbow thing was seen all over Minnesota. Check it out. Y'all see that plasma bouncing off of it? We were just talking about this earlier, weren't we, right? It says 65,000 people are without power in the area. But look at all that flashing going on. Check it out, y'all. Wow. This is literally like a camera. Y'all, look at that sky. Look at that sky. And they had to cancel the concert and there will be refunds given. Look at this, y'all. Look at that sky. Bro.
Why the world look orange like that? Spooky.
And then this was the sun the other night, y'all. Look at that.
I mean, I've seen sunsets like that, right? That light the sky up orange in Arizona, purple. Beautiful sunsets. Don't really get those out here in my part of Texas, right? I said that and I had a couple Texans. I know y'all Texans are proud Texans, right? About the sunsets out here. But one thing I do know, Texas has nice big skies when it's stormy out. That I love. But y'all sunsets don't got nothing on them Arizona sunsets.
Are you kidding me? When I tell you these times are amazing, these times are amazing. And the sun just barely entered Leo, y'all. Things are going to heat up. It's not even in Virgo yet.
Americans do not want to believe that Jeffrey Epstein was covered up by the government. A lot of, I mean, it's really in our face that the government covered up Jeffrey Epstein, the federal government, from Alexander Acosta being told to stand down to William Barr. And it's going on now with the U.S. Attorney Damian Williams. He was the guy that put Ghislaine Maxwell on trial, and he was nominated by Biden. And he is the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, which is probably the most powerful federal law enforcement officer in New York City. And it's a post that, I mean, cabinet members and judges and a lot of people have been that. If you're the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, that's very prestigious. It doesn't get any more prestigious in federal law enforcement.
Now, what does it mean that he was the one who prosecuted Ghislaine?
Okay, so he was the guy. Ghislaine Maxwell's trial was carefully choreographed. They only called 4 witnesses, and those 4 witnesses had only been by Maxwell and Epstein.
Okay.
They didn't know
other people.
They didn't know about these other power brokers.
We are currently observing an alleged UFO incident taking place at White Sands, the very locale where humanity achieved its first successful nuclear bomb detonation. The fascination that UFOs seem to have with our nuclear capabilities is well documented.
Damn.
Given that one of the significant byproducts of nuclear experimentation is the emission of electromagnetic pulses, which have the potential to disrupt electronic and communication networks, it isn't particularly surprising that White Sands has been a hotbed for reports concerning UFO sightings and mysterious accidents. While some skeptics argue that this could merely be a conventional missile test, the situation raises intriguing questions.
300 plus cameras in Department of Transportation. I know what's going on right now, any place in this county. Aviation, if they're up, whoever's working, I can click on their camera right now and I can watch their interaction.
Can I see it?
Live Google. This is a big, big deal. And
What do you mean live Google?
So I'm going to show you right now. I can tell you where everybody is, what they're doing, and then I can also bring up, you know, any intersection I want in the county.
Okay.
Right now.
So you're bringing up live CCTV cameras right now?
Bringing up live cameras.
Wow. You have eyes and ears everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay. But I can go to any intersection and pull it up right now. So if there's a crash, if someone says we're in a pursuit, whatever it might be, it shows me right now. Plus, it shows me every single person working. The stars are where my deputies are. It tells me what they're doing, what they're on, what calls for service. It's important for me to have my finger on the pulse constantly.
It's a traffic stop right here?
So this is Deputy Austin, and right now I can see his body-worn camera. So it's as if we're on scene. We got this county locked down.
So you guys keep
It's the Truman Show, right? It's the Truman Show.
up with what's going on in Denver, Aurora, Colorado. I have friends there, actually, that are leaving. They hightailed it out of there. They're not taking the chance to see if it gets better. It only took 2 apartment complexes and 3 gun stores getting robbed and jewelry stores by these Venezuelan gangs who have now paired up with MS-13. And they're gone. They're not waiting around. The cops couldn't do anything. The FBI couldn't do anything. Homeland Security didn't do anything. You know, one of the complexes was taken back and condemned because it's inhabitable. And the people, the Venezuelan gang, was collecting money, the rent money, for the landlord, but not giving it to him. And there was nothing he could do about it. They just took over. Those are your sanctuary cities that you love so much. And you're mad at us, patriots, who are like, close the damn border. You know, they did rob 3 gun stores. And a couple jewelry stores. And now the new thing is they're dressed up like Amazon workers, and they're doing home invasions.
Seen that.
So guys, be very careful, because the closer we get to this election, if you're expecting an Amazon delivery, just leave it outside for a little bit. And if you have to open the door, really check your surroundings, because they're bum rushing the doors. Just be very, 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 very careful. Dangerous times, guys. It's bad.
Now, I had an incident happen here. Somebody rang my doorbell, right? I usually don't answer the door unless it's a neighbor or something, but this dude was wearing the colored shirt of the mailman, right? And the mailman was across the street, because I live right across the street from the mailman. Like, I saw his truck. So I was like, oh, it's the mailman. So I opened the door, but this dude was like turned around tying his shoe, right? That's what I saw, but I saw the mailman blue. So when I opened the door, I was like, fuck, like, I even said it, like, man, like, damn, why'd I open this door, right? He was a bug man, supposedly, right? But all he had was I forgot, like a wrapped plastic little brochure, right? So I told him, like, not right now. I actually had people doing my floor at the moment. So I told him, not right now. Maybe, you know, you got a business card. Maybe I'll get with you, right? Just trying to end it. He didn't have a business card. Red flag in my mind, right? And then he was saying, I'm doing your neighbor's house. So I'm like, where's your car? Another red flag, right? So he handed me that brochure. I told him, hey, I don't got time right now. I took a picture of it, right? I took a picture of the brochure. When I took a picture, he grabbed it, took off running to the neighbors across the street. I followed him, ended up calling the cops, looked up the company. It's not even in this state. It's in another state. It's not even the same phone number. So I don't know. I told my girl, hey, if anybody ever knocks on this door, I don't care if it's Amazon. I don't care if it's DoorDash. I don't care if it's the neighbor. Never open the door unless it's family. It ain't going to be my family, because they live in another state, right? So only if it's your family, open this door. Because if she would open the door, number one, that's already a sign, right? I'm home alone, right? Because the man of the house usually opens the door, at least in my house, right? I open the door, someone rings my doorbell, right? So if she's opening the door to him, he's probably thinking like, all right, she's home alone. Who knows what would have happened, right? And that's a prime example. Ladies, don't open your door, because I would go door to door cleaning people's garbage can with my pressure washer. I can't tell you how many times a woman opened that door during the week, right? Her husband's at work during the week, and I hear the kid right there like crying or whatever, right? And I'm like, damn, like you got to nail it in your girl's head. Like, don't open the door unless it's family, because that could have turned bad if she opened the door and was home alone, because this dude was up to no good.
Listen to this, breaking news.
And this is America's newsroom. Zuckerberg making the admission in a letter to House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan. He says the White House pushed Facebook to take down posts that included COVID misinformation, even ones defined as humor or satire.
Zuckerberg also revealed that when Meta denied one of those requests, the administration grew increasingly frustrated. So back in 2020, when Jen Psaki was the press secretary, she was at the podium, and she said Facebook needed to be stronger on policing content.
Ooh, that's election interference, ain't it?
Until then, where's my dog Fido? Here, boy. Oh, wait. And again, thank you very much. We'll see you back later on, everybody.
That dude up there was doing like some hypnosis show, I guess, and he got that girl to start barking. I don't know. It was weird.
I thought this was a joke when I saw people posting this online. Wow,
dang.
I just shot out. Look at this. Look at this. What the fuck is this? Look at this.
Yeah, that's...
It's like...
Put some damn gloves on, you dirty girl. Jesus Christ. Nasty fingers all over it. Dirty hands for the rest of the day. Put some gloves on. Have some respect.
It's rubber.
Dirty. You're probably going to do this after.
This is normal. Avocados don't fucking look like this.
I cracked myself up, y'all.
Like, what is this? And before anybody wants to say, oh, they're just not ripe, I've had these in my house for 2 weeks. Almost 3. I could literally look when I bought them, but it's been about 2 weeks.
I'm now the proud owner of a little Tesla tower.
This is pretty crazy. I don't know if you
Fluorescent
can
light
see it
bulb
on
still in
the
its
zoomed
package.
in.
No wires, no nothing. Nikola Tesla. Wireless transmission of electricity.
That's pretty dope. Now it says he was found, 24 hours, whatever. I doubt it, right? People can put whatever they want on their TikToks, but that's pretty crazy. But maybe he was, I don't know. But check out this video, this clip, y'all. This is a crazy stat. Check this out.
Even surprised. Listen to this.
You want to hear a really wild stat, though?
Yeah.
We are at 193 countries. I believe we are number 3 in gun violence. Okay. But if you were to take the 5 cities where there's the most gun violence, Chicago, Philly, I think Houston, Chicago, Philly, Detroit. I don't know if it's LA, but I think it is LA.
Just share numbers.
Yeah. Right. So it's all these cities. If you were to take out the cities and they all have the strictest gun controls. So it's St. Louis, Detroit, it's Chicago, it's Philadelphia, and I think it's Los Angeles. And they have the very, very tight gun laws. Keep in mind, they are blue. I'm just saying, not, but if you were to take them out of the equation, we would not be the third, we would be the 189th.
Wow. I'm going to tell you this right now, folks. This is what I feel is coming. Something really, the way God works, something really disastrous and embarrassing is going to happen. I feel it, and I got to tell you guys this. Is going to happen to Harris. Something that's just going to kick back everything that's happening right now. Something's going to come out that's highly embarrassing and disastrous for Harris. It's coming. I don't know what it is, but it's coming. And it's going to be like, oh, no way. Ow. And they're going to be trying to find a way to put out that fire. It's coming. Trust in God, folks. I'm telling you, God has a bit of a sense of humor too, doesn't he? I'm telling you, something's coming that's just gonna nuke this entire operation for her. It's coming.
3 places that science cannot explain. Al Nasla. The Al Nasla rock formation located in Saudi Arabia has a near-perfect straight line split that runs vertically through the rock, dividing it into 2 symmetrical pieces. The split is so precise that it almost looks as if a giant laser or some other precise cutting tools had cleaved the rock in half. The exact cause of this split is still unknown. The door to hell. The door to hell, also known as the Darvaza gas crater, has been burning continuously for 50 years in Turkmenistan. The crater is the result of a failed drilling operation that took place in 1971. Stone spheres of Costa Rica. About 300 stone spheres have been found across Costa Rica. They were first discovered in the 1930s by the United Fruit Company when they were searching Newland for a banana plantation. Some spheres were only few inches in diameter, while the largest was 7 feet in diameter and weighed about 16 tons.
Robert Bigelow said to me, "They're walking among us." I said, "What do you mean they're walking among us?" He said, they're walking among us. They live right here, kind of thing. So again, I'm looking at him going, I need to see, I'd like to see some proof of that.
Right.
But then he said, we've done studies. We've done extensive studies on the impacts of this story would have on the general population globally. And I said, okay. Well, like what kind of studies? He goes, well, you take Iran-Contra and you take all these other like super big scandals and you multiply those, every one of them that's ever happened in the history of mankind, modern history, and then you multiply that by 1 million, and that's the impact, according to our studies, that this reality would have on the general public. He said the economy would collapse, organized religion would collapse, and he just rattled off all that. Like, again, I'm not saying that I believe this, I'm just telling you what he said to me.
I don't think so. I think if they came out, I mean, there are already aliens on camera or UFOs, right? Nobody care. I don't think people would freak out. You know, when I think people would freak out, if the news made us freak out, right? Then we'd freak out because the news is so powerful, y'all, right? But if they just put it on the bottom on a ticker, and everyone read that while they're watching the news, and they just said aliens are walking amongst us, but they didn't show it on the screen, Nobody would care if we read that. Nobody would care.
California is now proposing 0 interest and 0 down for illegal immigrants buying a home.
We don't even care about that, right? 0 down, 0 interest. Nobody care. They're still going to vote Gavin Newsom in. You know what I mean? Nobody cares. It is crazy. It is mind-blowing to me that California doesn't make a big deal about that. Nobody cares, right? It's really crazy to me. I don't understand the mindset.
What's even the point of being an American citizen anymore?
Listen to this. This dude was smoking. He was in a cabin with his buddy in Alaska, somewhere where it's snowing. And him and his buddy were smoking. He said, this is how, because, you know, dreams, like when you dream, a dream is probably like 8 seconds long at most. And he said that he was smoking with his buddy and he hit this weed and he just fell out. Boom, hit the floor. And when he woke up, he was completely soaking wet and inside of a boat. And these people were like, bro, are you okay? You good? Like, you almost drowned. Are you good? And he's like, who the fuck are y'all? I don't know who the fuck y'all are. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he was like, bro, what are you talking about? I'm your best friend. This is your wife, all this and that. He was like, bro, I don't know who the fuck y'all are, like, at all. And then, you know, 2 years passed, 3 years passed, and he's like, I still don't know who the fuck y'all are. Like, I'm sorry. And 5 years passed, 6 years passed, and he's like, I don't know. I guess this is reality. You know, fuck it. Like, I guess I was tripping maybe. And then 8 years passed. And one day he's just sitting there and he fucking falls out. And when he falls out, he wakes up in that cabin. And his homeboy was like, bro, are you good? You were out for like 5 seconds. Lived the whole 8-year span in 5 seconds.
Aaron,
that's crazy, huh? That's crazy.
It's funny, before we started taping, Aaron was telling me about how the NFL is rigged and how every year he used to get a script. Yeah. Day one of training camp that would get dropped off at his locker. And you would have to, you know, it was like week 1, you'll do this. Week 2, you're going to have a hamstring injury. Week 3, this is going to happen. Yeah. Week 4, you're going to get 3 touchdowns. And so then you just have to, did you memorize those before the season started, or would you go and rehearse the script before every game?
We were really dedicated to it, so it was more so like that's what practice was about. It was about practicing the script. Like, this is what goes on, and this is what we have to do in order to. Yeah.
And this referee's going to miss this call because they hate you and they love the Colts, that sort of thing.
WWF, so it's like, you know, we know what's going to happen, but you still got to put on a show.
Yeah.
What did you think when you got the script in 2016 that said your career was going to fall off a cliff when you stopped believing in God?
That was 2015.
Yeah, around there.
That was 2015, and oddly enough, the script writers, they didn't have anything to do with that, actually. It just had more so to do with they needed to change the scenery in Houston.
It's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. So they wanted to get everybody out of Houston. That was the ultimate goal. So that was what that was about.
There's some.
I don't know. I don't know if the whole thing. What about those people that, like, remember when Dak Prescott snapped his leg in half, right? You can't fake that. You can fake a hamstring, right? You can just run and then grab your hamstring, right? You can fake an AC, or you can fake an Achilles, right? You can fake those things, but there's been times of snapped legs, blown out knees, just knee buckles, right? I don't know, but I can see how it can be scripted, right? Like, we want these teams, but then again, well, maybe the Cowboys make more money losing, right? Choking in big games, right? Than they would if they won the Super Bowl, right? Because the Cowboys, that's all they talk about on TV. So you would think they would want the Cowboys to be like the Chiefs, right? The dynasty, like the Patriots, the dynasty. I mean, they were a dynasty in the 90s, but, you know, I was in my diapers back then. I don't know. I'm ready for the football season, y'all. Football, fall, family, Sundays. Like, it's just a good time of the year.
Check going on underneath the Taj Mahal.
There was a book, I think that book is called Badshah Nama. This was written about how Taj Mahal was built, and that book was written at the time of Taj Mahal. And they basically say that before the Taj Mahal was erected, there was a structure there. Demolished it and they built Taj Mahal on top of it. So now underneath there are several structures. Some of it has been opened now. At that time, most of these structures were closed, completely closed off.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What an amazing structure that is.
Taj Mahal? Yeah.
Good Lord.
Taj Mahal uses a lot of optical illusions and just confuses you. What makes you kind of like fall in love with that. Changes color according to the light, according to the time of the day and the moonlight and all that stuff. Yeah.
There it is, family. Hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. Hey, I apologize yesterday, y'all. I looked like I just got out of bed yesterday. I didn't even do my hair. I was wearing pretty much damn pajamas when I was doing the video. I gotta have more respect, y'all. I gotta get dressed up, do the hair, wear a clean hat, something. You know what I mean? If you look good, you feel good. And yesterday I just didn't feel good because I didn't look good, and that's why the video performed how it performed. But anyways, y'all, I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope everyone, you know, having a good week, y'all. We're back. We're trying to get daily reactions. I think I figured out a little glitch in the system on how to get rid of that ad blocker. Somebody in the CaveFam told me to put up some type of copyright act. So I'm going to look more into that comment before I upload this and throw that in the beginning of the video. Hopefully, maybe that'll make a difference because we're this close, y'all. We're this close to taking off. We just got to get over this little hump. And it takes being consistent, right? Doing daily uploads, it takes being consistent, but I can feel like we're very close to the CaveFam taking off, y'all. And I appreciate everybody, but hey, hope everyone out there has a good day. Like I said, link to my second Instagram is down below. We do about 4 uploads over there a week starting now. My Rumble page link is below. I don't have the link to my channel, but I got the link to the video. So if you just watch the video and the link below and hit that follow button, y'all. Let's get monetized over there too. Shit, we're putting these videos over there, so if you guys want to check it out over there, a little more uncensored on Rumble, be sure to do that. I don't have to do too much editing over there. So yeah, you guys can do that. I really appreciate it. And if you made it this far, like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know the deal. Y'all don't got to tell you guys what. Y'all are professionals at this. So anyways, this is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Hope everyone out there has a good day. Later.